Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. This is really like it. Very intense. Very good. Okay.
It's like a whole different world down here.
Yeah, very Avatar. Like the movie with like the blue alien people. I know there's like a big life tree or something with them. Great, so yes, what's next? What's your deal?
Out of Date says the time has come for you to reconcile with your past. Lupa Lupin is still staying in the camp where he was brought up. He hopes you'll find the answers you are looking for there. Even though darkness is a part of your nature, he suggests you try to keep your cool, as the best fighter is never angry. He'll point you in the right direction, but the rest is up to you. This part of the journey is one you'll have to do on your own. Lupa Lupin's camp has always been there, hidden deep inside the mountains.
I mean, but haven't I been doing the rest of the journey alone?
Out of Date hopes you'll find your way and the answers you are looking for once you're there. He knows he said it before, but the time has come to put an end to the Lupin's reign of terror.
Great, let's do this.
You should get over there, come face to face with destiny. It's going to be you against the Lupin. No rules. He's happy to help.
You can stay.
says goodbye to you.
I mean...
You're cut off from the world above. Lupin says he's been looking forward to this moment. He wanted you to come here and see for yourself where it all started. He was so little when your mother and kin came here to put an end to his mother just because she was different. A hunter.
So there's the big twist.
That night, the hunter became the hunted, trapped with nowhere to run. He says your mother showed no mercy, only vengeance. He can see that you're not like your mother. There's something different about you. Maybe you would have made a better decision than she did, and let them be. They orphaned him, left him alone, an outcast and a freak. Lupin says he's been reliving the moment every night since then. He says your mother and her disciples started something that couldn't be undone. They created the monster he would become. He knew his time would come, and he was patient. So, when he got news about your birth, he knew how to get revenge that would last. That's why he spared you that night he raised the village when you were a child. He wanted you to suffer for life, like he had. He marked you for life, so he'd recognize you when you met again, and you'd eventually remember where you came from. His hunger grew insatiable over the years to come. He tried, but being vegetarian wasn't in his nature, and he couldn't go hungry. But he's never taken a life for the sake of appetite. It's always been about survival, and that our true self is being who we are. A deep look into nature will make you understand everything better, and that natural selection eliminates and the strongest survive. Fate is for those too weak to determine their own destiny, and now the time has come for you to accept yours.
Slash. That'll hurt. Rancid. So much damage. A punch crunch. Cryoed. Get out of here. You'll hurt bad.
That was unexpected. Okay, but
It's so much
why?
brighter without the night.
Like, he dead? Or... Let's go, I have to see the trailers. Okay, here.
Nothing's going to waste. For when you want to put all your strength into it. That ain't bad. That's impressive.
Oh, there's two, alright. That just makes it that much stronger. I'm assuming out of date explain why that just happened with the branches. That was weird. Hmm. Interesting. I've been having issues with the PS4 remote play thing recently. Now all of a sudden it just wants to be weird. Okay, it's kinda early to do this, but unfortunately, I need to take a quick little break, and I will be right back. Okay, alright, I'm back. That was a little more than I thought it would be, but it's fine. Great, so
Might as well jump in a lake.
rude. Hey, James. Alright, so we're gonna see. Well, just the fight with the Lupa Lupin, and also like a little story, like backstory, just like it was alright. I'll talk about it a little bit after, like when I give kind of like my general thoughts on the game, like during the credit sequence.
Out of Date says there'll be consequences of the war, but there are more pressing matters at hand. The last World Eater has been left undisturbed with the tree while you focused on the war.
But yeah, there was a lot of stuff
He
going
thought
on.
someone with your light perspective and key would have had different priorities and faced the World Eaters before resolving the tribe war. Regardless, Out of Date is grateful the tribe war is over. Out of Date understands the road has been rough, but you already know what's left to end this journey, and it'll be tough. You're the only one that's strong enough to face the last World Eater.
That's for sure.
The future depends on someone with a light perspective to give the world a chance to survive. Only time will tell what the future holds, and if it will bring a lasting peace for those that make it to the end. Out of Date reminds you it's time to confront the last World Eater.
Wait, what? Yeah, today will definitely be the end. Okay. Oh, the other side. But what was kind of cool
Good to
from
be able to get stuff done
that
while
battle
the
is
world
that
is
I
awake.
got this sword, which was shown earlier in the game as like being from like my childhood or whatever. Like it was like the early tutorial, seeing how to craft. But yeah, very nice. Also the sword from the trailers. So that's nice. I already stuck on a couple of the voodoo dolls to give it a little more power. And actually, I'm gonna try and find an upgrade bench. Oh, there's... Let's go over here, see what that balloon is. Ooh, let's see. Oh, let me get Snickles. I think this is my favorite one. And also, I guess because the name of it, like, also just sounds like a name and not the type of animal it is, because the others are like azure, note, something, like just telling you what it is. But Snickles sounds like a
Hey,
name.
a mount has no gears to grind.
Like, here, Snickles, come on. Good Snickles, good. Good Snickles.
Ah, that wood scrap seems like it would be perfect for your fan. Wood scrap. The one kind of scrap you could actually still find growing.
Yeah, Clean into the bridge.
It's better to go forward than just keep coming back.
Awesome. Look good it is a weapon branch. I was so worried that I was gonna go through all that, like all that travel, and it was a clothing bench. Okay, can upgrade it more. Great. Well, it's not the strongest weapon. But
Says
it looks
you'll get
good.
a special price and a wrap-up on the double.
Oh crap.
Shot through. Crit. Stories only survive if someone is listening, so pay attention.
Mm-hmm. do a health pack.
Hey, there's some scronky metal scrap for you.
What? I know there are still any of these available. It's the last ones. Nope. Yeah, that's what it made me think of, that sword. I think that's why I like it. It's just very reminiscent of Cloud and just all those other big, ridiculous anime swords. Yeah, the Buster Sword. I was so...
You found a bric-brac that's not absolutely flat.
That one and the Hard Edge swords.
The plague that's ruining the
Because
land
that one was
needs to be
in
stopped.
the manual, and it just looks so cool. Yeah, there were a couple of times where I played Final Fantasy VII, and good lord, these monsters won't leave me alone.
See that e-waste? You could use that for sure. Don't want to point a finger, but the mecha stadium is near here. Made it count. Gross.
But yeah, there were a couple of times where I played through the Final Fantasy VII,
That
and
paid off.
like didn't use any of the like strong weapons. I just kept the Buster Sword or the Hard Edge through like as much of the playthrough as I could. Yeah, well, it's because Cloud is so cool, and he has a magnetic personality. Ooh. See, that's how it was done.
Not opening for you. Locked, but good.
Seriously? Alright, so, yeah, for sure.
Keep hold of that. Better hold on to that.
Well, it's because he's actually so messed up. That's why they stick next to him. Yeah, because he's the only one clueless about, like,
Oh, that's
who he really
rare.
is and everything, but... I mean, obviously Tifa knows. And
Yeah. The future is in
every
your
sword
hands.
knows
So
that something
take
is wrong
care
with
of it.
him, so that's why she sticks with him. It's kind of sad when you think about it.
Just a few moves left. Make them count.
Well, yeah, of course, no one can take that away from him. He's always gonna have that giant sword. Or variations of it. Especially his ultimate weapon. Like, a lot of times in Final Fantasy games, like, the ultimate weapons are like in the ones like after 7 where you could like see the weapon and it was designed differently for like each weapon.
You need to line up the switches so they match.
Yeah, they're usually kinda ugly. And but Cloud's ultimate weapon is really nice looking. I really like it.
Just a few moves left. Make them count. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. Sun's fading.
I think all of 7's ultimate weapons were pretty good. Now I think about it. I know I didn't like 10, some of those were ugly. But... and I haven't played 8 or 9. Well, I played a little of 9. But yeah, I need to finish that one. But yeah, I think at some point I'm gonna play it on stream. Oh, it's this thing. Okay. Make a finger.
You
okay.
need to loosen the bolts without unsettling it.
Like,
Just a few moves left. Make them count.
I guess not. Alright.
That's it. The tug twister's loose. Let's hope it turned the grabbing hand into a helping hand, too.
Oh. Oh, it's a mount. This mechanical marvel is a one-of-a-kind mount. It even has a gun built in. To aim the weapon when mounted, press L2, and aiming by pressing R2. Oh, funky. Oh, nice finger gun. Oh, okay. Ow. Crazy.
The dark can make you miss the day fierce.
Okay, I want to find an enemy. I want to see what kind of damage this thing does. Yeah, this is definitely not what I was expecting. Yeah, especially going through the grass, like where you don't see all of it. It's like very, it's hidden, so it's like really like crawly and weird, like a spider. Very strange. This game is so weird. It's so weird. I like it. I like the weirdness. No. Okay, this maybe. Oh. Because it's not gonna hit it.
Nice. Some barked wood scrap for you.
Ooh, shelter, okay. There are other ways to go.
This place can be dangerous.
Let's see if it does a falling thing. Oh well, it ran down. Ooh, that's weird. Oh yeah, it's a mount. Special mount. Hey fellas, how's it going? Very strange. I really want to know why this was thought up, or why they let it in the game, and what possible explanation there could be for something like this existing in this world. Yes, a mount and a weapon. Very convenient, really. Oop. Nice, I can go inside. Okay, I'll just here.
The story will go on as long as there is someone there to listen. He believed the tug twister would do the trick, but now realizes brute force won't do the trick. You need something slick.
I'm sick.
Well, he means slick as in greasy, so you can lube the hinges of the lid. He can't argue against the fact your fur's shiny. He says the lid should open if you sprinkle grease it. Problem is, he's all out. He knows his old friend Choo Choo always keeps his grease sprinklers well filled. He should have an extra that you can borrow. He stresses that you should come back as soon as you've retrieved the grease sprinkler. The Merc Puff is crunching bark by the minute.
Tell me about the Merc Puff.
It's big enough to make waves beneath the surface, and that's a challenge in itself. But it also has a hard shell, so you need to target its head.
Oh. Interesting. It does look kind of turtle-ish on the map. Ooh, that's far. Alright. We're just gonna pass Yeah, that's possible. Like, in the fight with Lupin, I didn't use my guns for that reason, and also, I just wanted to do melee, like, for honor. But it's
He's
pretty good.
convinced the tracks are like the paths our lives take, and you must deal with the outcome, even if you didn't lay them yourself. This time, though, he was sidetracked and needs a new wing nut to get back on track. Wing nuts are easy to find, as they're fitted on any in-front chugger-chugger out there. The challenge is taking them off, so he's happy you're here to do it for him.
Give it a shot, I guess.
Says he knew you would, like he knows the way the rails run.
Why is it there's so many travel so far? Good. No waypoints. That's great. Well, at least there's a straight trail. Alright.
You seem to have made a new friend.
So I just followed the tracks, that's easy. Oh, I left it at the... I think it was a power station. But yeah, I left it with the other guy. It's cool, and it's weird. It's also not very fast. Yeah, it's not really ideal for travel.
Ah, some wood scrap. Always happy to find that. Just what you were looking for. Oh, that's smart. Right between the eyes.
Well, I'm sure I'll get back to that giant hand. I kinda have a feeling it might be... Like with the last world leader? How that... Are you serious? How that, that work mount... Very easy. How that one mount with the... like, rope? To pull down the cave openings? Like, he was essential for that boss fight, really. And that's because he was given to me by that, like, quest giver.
Love to hear a mount's footbeat.
So I'm kind of thinking that the hand will be the same way.
The Wing Nut Chug Tunnel. It goes on forever.
It's weird, I don't know why my thing keeps skipping like that. Did it go higher? No. Can't be because I have like that one extra program open. Weird. Alright, whatever.
Gotta hurt. Slice and dice.
Man, me too. Good.
Chop chop. That's hard to come by. The sun is heading down. Nice find.
Of course it.
Ooh-wee, that's biohazard. Wham! Hey, nice shot.
He's just gonna hit people with a tree trunk. Cool. And
Super effective. Close encounter. Power surge. Crack-a-doodle. Kauna. You. Such a dark night. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Just a few moves left. Make them count.
that together. So, oh, that was that puzzle. Alright. Well, that wasn't clear. Sorry, too far. I mean, I don't think so. I mean, I don't think there's gonna be anything extra. It's probably like just a free play mode to let you do all the other side quests like I was doing the past few days. But beyond that, like, probably nothing.
Choo Choo says he knew you'd come through. If someone makes a stop at your station, it's for a good reason, but he understands no one gets their tracks greased for free. He'd be happy to part with his spare grease sprinkler, as he believes it's a great fit for any of your business that
roaming
needs to
around,
be unstuck.
taking
He
pictures.
keeps it safe in a box on the handcard, in case of emergency.
Emergency.
Yes, for something catastrophic, like something squeaky in need of greasing, or an ointment to ease the pain in these dark times in general. Choo Choo says you should help yourself to the grease sprinkler. It's a versatile tool from the bygone, a last of its kind, so don't let it go to waste. He's convinced you'll put it to good use, as there are lots of stuckies out there that need greasing to open.
You'll need to do that.
Says there's no better person to use it. Glad the rails led you right here. Choo Choo says he can't wait to get out of this place.
Alright, you must be going.
Wishes
Cool.
you shouldn't worry about smashing up the box. Choo Choo has no use for it now.
Well,
Choo
that's
Choo
good then.
says he feels strongly about helping his next, just like you did for him. He's convinced there was a bigger reason you met. Sometimes the wrong train will take you to the right place. He believes you've got what it takes to make a difference. He's witnessed it himself.
It's killing.
Says he can't see the end of your rails, but if you grease them up good, he hopes you'll enjoy an easier ride. Choo Choo says he's ready to pack up and leave.
Okay,
Says
see you
you're
later.
welcome back. Hard to see too far in the darkness.
Wait, what's the plan?
Wiz says that there's no plan to confront the Merkpuff until the octopod is properly armed.
Armed with the...
He's happy to tell you that the cannon he's been working on now just needs ammunition. He says he's open. There's a rumor that some of Boom's pyro sticks shot off and are out there roaming free. You should keep an eye on the horizon for pyros. If you're fast, you have a shot at catching some of them before they go off. It's like a bomb on a stick that moves really fast.
Alright then. Yeah, all of this is starting to feel a little fetch questy, which isn't like a huge
You'll
deal.
never find anything as unlive as the dead things beneath
See
the
why
ground
people
here.
aren't happy with that. Okay. Good. Oops. Well, did not realize you were here. And now you must die. Ooh, here we go. Great. Oh, that was a big blast.
That looks like an unbanged pyro stick on the loose. Better catch it before it goes off.
Oh. Okay. Let's wait. Okay. Okay. Alright. That's easy enough.
The pyro sticks will cause a bang, but targeting is on you. At least now you have a chance to hurt the Merc Puff where it counts.
How?
You should aim for the head. That's the Merc Puff's weak spot. Thinking doesn't seem to be his strong point.
I'm not sure
Wiz
if they're
has been
connected.
working on another cannon, but instead of pyro sticks, it squirts guppos. Scaly distractions for anyone with an appetite disorder, and irresistible for the Merc Puff in particular.
Awesome.
Seems the best way to find guppos is go talk to Gil. He has a natural sonar and knows where the guppos sub the surf. This means you'll have to go visit Gil at Burblebottom. Find Gil and he'll be able to tell you where to find the guppos.
A distraction.
Guppos are lively beings and they're fast too. They're here, there and everywhere. Or at least they used to be.
That sucks. Hmm?
Feels like something's about to happen today.
Okay.
His friend Wiz needs guppos for one reason or another, and Gil is ready to point you in the right direction. But here, you're only going to find dead ones. He's pretty sure Wiz wants them alive. Well, at least the ones that aren't already rotting.
Cool.
If you head in
Yes.
the right direction, you'll find a clean enough bit of surf to snag yourself some guppos. Then you can get them to Wiz for whatever he has in mind.
I take yours.
He doesn't have any guppos, and Wiz is particular about the kind he needs.
Alright. Don't remember that. Okay. Throw the water. Okay, here.
Long way from the sun.
Oh, easy.
Just a few moves left. Make them count.
Oh wow. I kind of what they're jumping. Oop. Oh, come on. Yeah, I'm not being able to catch any. Go here. I mean. Yeah, very last one. Oh, nice. Sorry. This.
Days wasting. Get to work while you can.
There you go, I'm trying.
That made it all worth it. Lockety locked.
Okay.
Just a few moves left. Make them count.
Okay, and up we go. Oh yeah, I thought so too. But yeah, a couple of the knobs didn't need turning, so I think the game does that deliberately. Like it knows how many moves you can have, so it makes a puzzle with a certain number of turns to it that doesn't exceed what you need.
Just a few moves left. Make them count. Tricky to spy dangers nearby.
The short distance, but it's a long way around though. Are we finally done?
That seems to be enough guppos to provide the octopod with infinite ammunition.
That's good.
He's surprised the Merc-Puff's been able to hold its breath all this time. It's just another proof of the evolutionary change caused by Toxanol's contamination. Being undersurf has meant the Merc-Puff has been left alone to munch on the root down there undisturbed.
Oh, that's
This
so
means the
disturbing.
northwest route has suffered more damage than the others.
So, time's up?
He's sure there's enough time to confront the Merc-Puff, but he worries if the world has enough years left to last his lifetime, even if you stop the World Eaters.
Well, that's depressing. Oh. I used movement controls when the octopod. To boost, press L3. To dodge, press circle. To charge up an attack, hold square. Launch rockets, press R2. Oh. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. So we're getting right to it, right? Well, hello. Oh crap. No, no, get away, get away. Ooh. Oh yeah, it is. Ooh. Oh wow. Ooh. Good go. But that doesn't look good. Let's get away. Yeah, it's really something I don't want to get near. Ooh. Oh no, oh no. Ooh, that was close. Yes, look on that. Third stage. And it could be an oversight. Oh, look out. Or, I mean, at this time, what else could elicit such fear? Oh, no, you don't. Yes. Yeah, that was the octopod that they were fixing. Ooh, alright. Yeah, squid ring. It's weird because they were calling it an octopod, but it looked more like a squid.
That was the last of them. You've sealed the fate of the tribe and the tree. It's time for the end game.
Oh, you don't
You
say.
have your destiny. Follow it all the way back to Out of Date. He never told anyone about what's next, but he's sure it involves you. Just continue to stay true to yourself and respect others whatever happens. You've become their pride, the guiding light of the tribe. It's time to return to the tree one last time. Might as well just dive in that rain and get wet.
Yes, then
Glad to see some wood scrap there.
it all comes to this. Whatever that is. Okay, oh, so that's the lair. So the entrance should go around here somewhere. Yeah, sort of different looks. I think the first one just had like a rounded head, I think. The second one, it either had multiple heads or multiple tails. Can't remember which. I think it had more than one head. And then the third world eater. But yeah, that was the one with the teeth. Like the arena, and I was riding my mount. That one was cool. Hey, so what are we doing with this thing? Because I saved the world, so... like, why did we even bother?
Out of Date says the signs of the end of the world are everywhere. It seems nature is preparing to take revenge.
Oh,
The day of reckoning is coming, and you are invited. He can feel you're approaching the end date.
Time is.
If you haven't decided whom of all like-minded, light-hearted beings you've met have earned a seat on the Ark yet, it's time to do that now.
You love.
They'd already
Then
taken care of.
grasp your last chance to make sure Lupin stopped for good. The tree settled its score, but it left yours half done.
Yeah, no, I do.
He says you need to see Lupin eye to eye one last time.
Oh.
He's happy to help. Understands completely.
Okay, that was kind of weird. That tree just like came up and like took him and like wrapped him up for some reason. Okay, so seems like might be interesting.
Fine time to be outside. The Sifu is seeking revenge too. He hasn't forgotten what Lupin did, but he also wants to stop him from attacking his tribe. That the world seems to survive doesn't mean he must. He hopes you agree, even if it goes against your light-hearted nature. There's no room for predators in the world the Myriad tribe is building. But he knows this is your fight. You should handle it.
I mean, I have been saying this whole time that I want revenge.
Lupin's own fear was his shackles, not the roots of the tree. It just changed him. You have a chance to stand back and let the tribe handle it.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be doing that. Whoa. First.
The Sifu is ready to step into the fray. Are the odds about to change in your favor?
They just all like fainted. So it's strange that the Lupin has feet kind of like like a gorilla, like a primate. I believe there's a message in there somewhere. Oh, crap. Oh, he got me.
If a friend dies, something inside you dies. You can save the Sifu by making yourself a target. You're up.
Oh. Oops, work. Oh, no you don't. Oh yeah, he's a big one. Oh, I just rolled right into that one. Oop, there we go. Come on.
Shockwaves spread when the world crumbles. This is not a prophecy, me telling you about the future. It's you shaping it. Here's a vulgar display of power.
So we're still doing this. Great, great, he's got a health refill. Well, I guess in all fairness to the way. Whoa! The hell? Freaking. Never run out of ammo. I just wanted to like do the final battle with the sword and make it more like meaningful. But damn, this is crazy. They pulled out all the stops.
The more he does, the stronger he becomes.
Yeah, I can see that. Oh, jeez.
It's time you remember who the real enemy is and stop playing the game his way.
Oh. Yeah, a little bit. There's a little like fuzziness or something to it. Yeah, it is weird.
This is how it ends. The Predator and the world itself suffering. But at least it's a sign they're both still alive.
So, what we have here is a clear matter of life and death, and only you can make a difference.
That was unexpected, but welcomed. The big bad predator left for dead. I wouldn't have wanted to miss this for the world.
I think the thing we're really missing here is someone with a heart and soul. The only thing we've got left are those who've lost their minds.
Heart and soul, life and death are one thread. The same line viewed from different sides. It's just that my side is so much better.
Well, anyone in their right mind can see you're lost. But you're right about the thread. Unfortunately, it's been very dark and has run throughout, taken friends, parents, and now yet another life.
We all make choices, but in the end, our choices make us. There's no peace without forgiveness.
Well, I was never gonna
It's
forgive.
no better time than now to accept a helping hand.
Had to be consistent with my character. I was always gonna choose revenge. Peace was never an option. I mean, possibly, but after beating like
Do you
that...
wonder what turn life might have taken if you'd done things different?
Oh.
A left when you went right? A yes when you said no?
Well, that guy's the
You've walked
narrator.
the thin line between survival and disaster and haven't lost your balance yet. It's because of you the Tree of Life and the world has been given a second chance. You carried the light in a world full of dark and made a difference in a place that needed change. You allied with the Myriad tribe and acted on understanding of the greater good and a code of honor. However,
Really flippy.
light and dark does simply represent the polarities of life. One can't exist without the other. This isn't the end. Just being surrounded by nature as it heals itself will rejuvenate us. Nature will teach us how to survive. So, trust your conscience to show you the way, and everything else will follow.
This handy nuts. Take the headgear so we can see the full glory. Oh, why can't I take it? Oh, I have to work. Yeah, so that narrator character was the one that was like showing me the memories of the past and stuff. And like helping me remember.
As foretold, you were destined to split the chains of this world. But you're not alone. You filled the Ark, and those that shared your perspective and gained your trust will accompany you on your journey. Is there a world out there that's better suited for those imbalanced in their light nature than this one? Whether or not, we'll leave your story on record, so those who come after will know you followed your light nature and saved the world. So, when all is said and done, it turned out to be an unusual ending after all. What could be better than ending the story the right way? Ending it your way, a beginning of something new.
Oh, that was nice. Yeah, so... Yes, applause. So yeah, there were two fights with Lupa Lupin, and the first one, you like confront him, and it was like very, like, a very martial arts movie, where, because, you know, then he tells you like the whole truth, which is that like your mother, who was this martial arts master, killed his mother because they were hunters. And that was just like unconscionable or whatever. So that's what he did. I wonder what the characterizations means. So yeah, that was supposed to be like kind of a twist, I guess, or whatever. Or just like, you know, to kind of give you something to think about, like trying to, like when you decide ultimately whether or not to let Lupa Lupin die, you know, just take into consideration that he was also wrong, and maybe like you can break the cycle or something. But like, yeah, that was what that was. So it's just like, it's kind of weird when they do stuff like that. Like, you know, it's kind of a common, like, movie trope. Something that they usually do. But I don't, like, get it. Because, I mean, like, you don't have time to, like, process that. But I guess it's, like, just supposed, well, I guess because it does give the villain at the end, like, a little more depth. Because they're not doing it just to be evil, it's because they were wrong in the past as well. But just to, like, throw that in is, at the end, is, like, kind of weird. Like, for contrast, I like how they did it in Shenmue. And I really need to play the third part of that game. Even though apparently the game doesn't end, the story doesn't end, which is unfortunate, because, like, I really want to see it end. But, like, so... yeah, I think... okay, yeah. So in that game, you play a guy, Ryo Hazuki, who sees his father killed by a man, and so then you go about, like, chasing him down, and then at the end, you know, it, like, leads to China, so you travel from Japan to China, and then in that game, you learn a little more, and then, like, all this time you're thinking, there was... he just, like, came and killed your father for, like, no reason. But then you find the reason was that possibly his father was killed by Rio's father. So then it's like, oh, there's depth. But, like, that was near the end of the second game, and then there's a third game after that, so, like, there's more time to process. And, like, more time to kind of, like, deal with that information. So... I kind of think that would... like, I think it's all about, like, timing and, like, letting the characters, like, deal with it. Like, here, it was just, like, right at the end, and then it just, like, throws you right into the fight. Like, they could have at least had a decision for that fight, like, after Lupulupin tells you that, you can be like, so, now that you know the truth, like, will you still fight me? And because, like, even says, that, like, oh, I feel you're different, and, like, maybe you would make different decisions than she did at that time. So, like, I thought they were opening it up to give you a choice then. But then they moved the choice to, I mean, they could have given you a choice 2 times. I guess they didn't want to, like, make it like you choose the first time, and then you have to choose the second time. Like, in the grotto. But, I mean, you could choose twice. There's nothing wrong with that. I guess, too, they didn't want people... I guess, like, if it was gonna go that way, like, you were gonna fight either way, so I guess not whichever way you make the choice and then you still fight. I guess people didn't like that? I don't know. But besides that, I mean, I liked the game, it was okay. But yeah, I can definitely see where people were, like, upset with it and didn't think it was, like, all it was cracked up to be. this game's pretty weird. It kind of, to me, it kind of feels like a side game, like a throwaway game. Like a game where they're just trying out all kinds of different things and seeing what they can get to work, seeing different things. Oh, I just remembered the hand thing, the little hand machine. Yeah, turns out we didn't use it. So what was that all about? Oh yeah. Yeah, like that story and that. I think they did that too in like the Telltale games Batman stories. Yeah, that was a crazy twist. But yeah, something like that. But yeah, this game feels like very much a side game, like the hand thing. Like, okay, so what was the point of that? Like, that thing was so weird now. Especially since, like, it didn't get used. Like, maybe... I guess it depends, like, maybe if I had gone there earlier and gotten that mount, then I could have used it elsewhere in the world. And, like, that really... that could have been fun, I guess. Yeah, it seemed like a very, like, important moment for the character. And you've completed Biomutant. Select New Game Plus from the menu to play again. You'll keep all your gear and character progression and start at the foot of Tree of Life. You'll skip the initial parts of the game and begin by allying with any of the 6 tribes before venturing out in the world and replaying all other quests and events. Try making other choices and switching your aura to opposite what you played the first time, as it will give you different end results. But yeah, obviously, they tell you, like, straight up that you're either gonna unite the tribes or, like, conquer the tribes and then save the life tree or destroy the life tree. Like, yeah, so I guess we don't do alright, guess it's just gonna take me back to the main menu. Oh, but yeah, like I was saying, I was reminded of, like, because I think they put a lot of things in this game that they just wanted to, like, try out. Like, oh no, it makes you go through the whole game again. No, it just doesn't do the very beginning, where you fight Lupa Lupin and jump through the wall, and then you're in the little underground area, and then you come out into, like, the greater world. They just skip that, but no, you have to start over from the beginning. You have to ally with the tribe, fight the tribes, do all that stuff. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Yeah, the thing I was thinking of was, Grand Theft Auto. No, yeah, you just have your gear, but, like, the story resets. Yeah, cause, in the, like, in the Grand Theft Auto games, in, like, Vice City, Grand Theft Auto 3 and Vice City, the aiming was horrible. Like, to shoot people in that game was so bad. It sucked. It was the worst. But then there was a game by Rockstar called Manhunt, I think. Just this like really gruesome like stealth killing game. Very gruesome. Like, I played it because the idea sounded cool, but it was way too much. It was very gruesome, and I did not like it. And it was on PS2, but like they just had like the sounds and like, oh, it was too much for me. But yeah, but I mean, I did like cheat the game and get to the end, and the end was pretty crazy. But oh, in that game, they had the aiming reticles, and it just had this thing where like it changed colors, and I think that was to let you know how much damage you would do. Like, if you were far away, it was green, wouldn't do damage. Yellow, it was a better chance of doing a lot of damage. And then like orange and red were like kill shots, I think a lot of damage and like instant kill, I think. But like, yeah, then in the next game, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, they had the same targeting reticle, and the shooting was a lot better. So I kind of think that's what Biomutant kind of is, just like a testing playground for like a lot of different ideas and functions, so that they can use that for like future games. And so much of this stuff was like so weird and like so out of place. Like it's funny that you were asking for like a blimp or like something to fly, and then it just like, and then you go into the north area and it's like, oh yeah, here's an airship basically. And then the hand thing, that was weird. You get a shark too for some reason, even though you already have like the goo glider, which is like a jet ski. It's weird. Possibly, but I really don't think this game was intended to have a sequel. Like, this feels like a game where they very much like told the story they wanted to tell in the one game, and that was it. And that's all they were gonna do. I think, yeah. And it kind of goes with that playground thing that I was saying, like, yeah, it's... I think they were just like, okay, let's have fun, and that's it. Although I suppose... Yeah, I mean, it is understandable. And... I mean, if it gets crazy popular, they probably would do a sequel, but I mean, with the reviews being what they are, I don't think that'll happen. But like with Manhunt, like, yeah, that game ended very definitively. But they still had a sequel because the game was so popular. That ending was wild. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end it right now, because it's about 10 more minutes, a little more than 10 minutes, for the premiere of the video on YouTube. And so I'm gonna go over to that so I can watch it, because I did watch it all the way through before I uploaded it, but I just wanna see it in the premiere. And I'm gonna be there chatting if like anyone catches it. And also I'm gonna see if this works. Giving the link. Okay, says it's good. Very good, very good. So there's the link in the chat. And that's for Hero James or anyone else who may watch this at any time, because that link will probably still send you to the video, although it won't be the premiere, because it's only going to be right now. Oops. Okay, so that should be good. Good. Alright, so and I think that's it. So usually on Sundays I do like something different, something like chill, relaxing or whatever. But tomorrow, I'm gonna do Mass Effect 3. I'm gonna start that. I think I'm gonna just like rocket through it. I'm gonna try to get through it as fast as I can. With a couple of long streams, and hopefully do it in a couple days, and then maybe start God of War 4. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. But yeah, if you like what you saw, like, comment, subscribe, follow, hit the bell for notifications. I'm on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube, all at Praise Jinx. Follow me on YouTube, follow me on Twitter, and check my Twitch schedule page to see when I'll be streaming and what I'll be streaming. Yeah, I think that's it. I always forget if I'm forgetting something. Yeah, James, thanks, hope you have a good time, and thank you, and have a good rest of your day, and good night's rest as well. And for anyone else who may be watching in the future, thanks for the support, and I hope to see you at the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye!